The smell hits before the door closes. Your body doesn't wait for a diagnosis. Heart rate climbs, muscles tighten. A specific kind of dread settles in before anyone speaks to you. Before anything has happened at all. You walked into a building. The building did the rest. That response is not anxiety. It is not your imagination. It was engineered. The discomfort was never a side effect. The design is the message. Washington, D.C. Congress passed the Hospital Survey and Construction Act. Known as the Hill-Burton Act, Senator Lister Hill wanted a hospital within reach of every American county. The construction standards produced by his office were written by industrial engineers, not doctors, not psychologists, engineers. They specified floor materials, lighting levels, air circulation rates, surface finishes. The phrase patient comfort does not appear in the document, not once. Over the next 25 years, $3.7 billion in federal funding built 4,678 hospitals to those exact specifications. Every one of them cold, every one buzzing with fluorescent light, every one designed around clinical workflow, not the person walking in. That was 1946. The document was never updated for psychological standards. And when you walk into a hospital today and feel that specific dread before anything has happened, you are feeling a 77-year-old engineering checklist. Start with the temperature. Most American hospitals maintain between 65 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit. The official reason is infection control. Cold air slows bacterial replication. That part is accurate. But cold does something else. A 1967 study from Cornell University's Laboratory for Environmental Research found that ambient temperatures below 68 degrees measurably reduce confrontational behavior in institutional settings. Patients in colder rooms filed fewer formal complaints, demanded fewer explanations, waited longer without escalating. Cold produces a more compliant patient. The chairs work the same way. Hard plastic, no lumbar support, no padding. This is not a budget decision. Cushion seating costs approximately $40 more per unit. A 300-chair waiting room costs $12,000 more to make comfortable. Most hospital systems spend more than that on a single annual software license. The discomfort is a choice. Physical discomfort redirects attention inward, away from wait times, away from unanswered questions. But the temperature and the chairs are only the surface. The most powerful tool in this building is completely invisible. The smell of a hospital is not a side effect of cleaning. In 2010, neuroscientist Johann Lundstrom at the Monell Chemical Senses Center in Philadelphia published peer-reviewed research on hospital odor response. The primary compounds, isopropyl alcohol, chlorhexidine gluconate, and 2-butoxyethanol, activate the anterior cingulate cortex. That is the region of the brain that processes anticipated pain. You haven't been touched, no one has approached you. But the moment those compounds register, your brain begins preparing for pain in advance. Your pain threshold drops. Your anxiety markers rise. Your perception of any subsequent discomfort is physiologically amplified. Lundstrom called this olfactory priming. More critically, it compounds with every visit. Each hospital experience deepens the conditioning. The smell trains your nervous system to feel more pain, more fear, and more passivity before any clinical event has occurred. Odorless cleaning agents with identical sterilization efficacy exist. They are widely available. They cost approximately the same. There is no clinical requirement to retain the smell. The smell is retained. A Pennsylvania hospital. Environmental psychologist Roger Ulrich published a study in the journal Science. 46 patients, same hospital, same floor, same surgical team, same procedure, gallbladder surgery. One variable. Half the rooms had windows facing a brick wall, half faced trees. The tree view patients required 25% less pain medication, fewer post-surgical complications, left the hospital one full day earlier on average. Ulrich's paper became the most cited document in healthcare design history. Hospitals read it. Most did nothing. A patient who recovers faster occupies a bed for fewer billable days. A patient who needs less medication generates less pharmacy revenue. Comfort in the financial architecture of American healthcare has a measurable cost to the institution. In 2003, Ulrich and colleagues at the Center for Health Design published a report titled The Business Case for Better Buildings. It calculated that evidence-based design changes would save $5 million per hospital annually. The American Hospital Association received the report. Adoption remained below 12% over the following decade. The same design logic then appeared elsewhere. The DMV uses fluorescent lighting specifications drawn from the Hill-Burton framework, standards not updated in over 40 years. TSA checkpoint architecture uses cold temperatures and disorienting floor geometry modeled in part on hospital compliance research from the 1990s. One document, many buildings, one outcome. In 2000, the Center for Health Design formally named what they were observing. They called it toxic architecture, designed environments that measurably degrade human psychological function. They brought documented evidence to the Joint Commission on Accreditation of Healthcare Organizations. Standards were partially revised in 2010. Most facilities grandfathered in under existing certifications. In 2017, the design firm AECOM, which holds federal contracts for hospitals, military bases, federal courthouses, and international airports, published an internal methodology paper. They described the approach as behavioral compliance architecture. Same temperature thresholds, same lighting specifications, same seating hardness tolerances. That year, AECOM's active contracts included the Department of Veterans Affairs, LAX Terminal B, and 4 state correction systems. One firm, one framework, one outcome. A person who doesn't quite feel in control of how they feel in a building that was built to help them. Here is the reframe. You don't feel uncomfortable in a hospital because you're sick. You feel uncomfortable because your comfort was never included in the original design specification. The building was optimized, just not for you. Next time you enter a space built to serve you and leave feeling smaller than when you walked in, ask what the discomfort is doing for someone else. There's another building we should look at, one you enter completely voluntarily, one you trust, with something more valuable than your health.